Hi Virgo, welcome to your daily love reading. This is Stargo Sagittarius Tarot and I'll be doing your love reading today. Remember to take what resonates and leave behind whatever does not. Okay, so let's get into your love reading, Virgo. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so you could be dealing with another earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This is also an energy of letting go of something, and it's also an energy of welcoming financial stability. Perhaps you're leaving behind some hardships or struggles, you're letting that go. And this is also a very generous energy. So this is very beautiful. Let's see what you have, Virgo. First card. We have the Five of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. We have the Three of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And we have the Nine of Wands, fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Okay, so from this reading, what I'm seeing is that there might have been a painful ending to a situation. Perhaps you were in a relationship that was quite heartbreaking. It was quite heartbreaking. Just a moment. It could have been a third party situation, or if it wasn't, it was just a situation that really left you feeling it had a very painful ending, a betrayal of some sort. Perhaps you didn't see this coming, but it looks like the ending was very horrible, and it left you in a feeling of grieving. You had been in grieving for quite a while now, focusing on what went wrong in the connection and looking at the negatives of the connection and kind of mourning and grieving over the connection. It's a very, this is an energy of regret, wishing that things had gone differently perhaps, or even just regretting ever having gotten into the relationship to begin with. Perhaps you are now having some doubts about why you ever entered into the connection, just being really hard on yourself, beating yourself up over past mistakes and hardships. And so I'm seeing that there's a lot of pain here, Virgo. This situation just didn't turn out the way that you had hoped. And with this Knight of Wands in the reverse, it tells me that you've given up on the situation. It became too much for you, and the writing really was on the wall, so you had no choice but to let this situation go. But of course, you're still in the wounded phase. You know, it's still very painful what happened. You may have wished that things could have gone differently. And with this Nine of Wands in the reverse, it tells me that you're a very strong person, Virgo. You've been through a lot with the situation, and it's just so heavy on you. And I see this burden of, even the grieving is burdensome. It's so heavy that you're gonna just drop it, let it go. This Four of Pentacles energy is a card of letting go of things. And what I'm seeing you letting go of here is bitterness, resentment. It looks like you're choosing to move forward, or just at the very least let go of being in this energy of mourning, or focusing on the losses. Because with this energy, if you look, there are still two cups behind him. And while it is important that we do grieve our losses or breakups or heartbreaks, it is also important to learn from the situation. And if this man just turns around, he'll see that there is still two cups behind him. Understandable that heartbreak is painful, but this reading is really telling me that you're going to be okay, Virgo. I know that it's very painful right now, and it might be hard to want to think about that or to see past the pain, but it looks, this is actually a very hopeful card. There's the two cups behind, so these three cups and these three swords are just representative of pain. So From here, you can move forward lighter because if you let go of this load, you can let go of this heartbreak in your own time, because I don't see you rushing yourself. But I think that there's a lot of lessons that were learned from this situation. And I love that this energy of the Four of Pentacles is here, because it tells me that you're not hardened by the situation. You're not bitter. Even though you do have some regrets and some overthinking relative to the situation, you're still you're gonna pick yourself up and move on, or let go of the resentment and the bitterness and the pain. When you let that go, you're not gonna let it go in such a way that you're gonna be hardened by love, because this is a generous energy. So it tells me that even when you let go, you're still gonna be open to love, and that's gonna serve you, Virgo. You're just gonna be more cautious this time around because you seem to have learned a lot from the situation, and so it's only made you wiser. So it's not necessarily you have not failed just because one relationship didn't work out or didn't pan out as you'd hoped that it would. You're still, your prospects are still bright. Just look at it as if you haven't failed. You just found one way that doesn't work for you. That's so now you can continue to look for what does work. Now you know what doesn't work for you in relationships. So there is brighter days ahead of you, and what's going to aid you is remaining in this energy, because you don't want to become hardened by love, because that can affect the kind of that can affect you in terms of the kind of partners that you attract later on. So I love that you're adopting this Four of Pentacles in the reverse type of energy. And it's nice that you've done your introspection. You've really allowed this to teach you a thing or two. You've learned your lessons from it. So you're not wasting your pain, because you're using it to understand yourself better and relationships better. Even though this does look like quite a difficult time, you're going to be okay, Virgo. Well, that's what I have for you today, Virgo. I hope you have a really good day. Bye, Virgo.